Okay, here are my 6 index cards. Here are my 8 audience participants.
Dougie, this way or this way, does it matter? Okay.
Okay, so a little girl and her dad are sitting at the breakfast table. And the little girl looks over to her dad and says, "Dad, I really wish Kurt Cobain would have waited another 20 years before killing himself." The dad looks up shocked at the young girl and says, "Honey, why don't you just wish that he hadn't killed himself?" She looks back at her dad and goes, "Yeah, and then not have the Foo Fighters?" So, if you can't tell, the subject of my speech today is about the Foo Fighters. I found that quote in many of the pictures I'm going to be showing you today on Pinterest as well. So I'm a huge fan of the Foo Fighters, and I love their ability they've had to stand the test of time and create great music while influencing others. So back in the early 90s, there's a very popular band called Nirvana. They started a trend called grunge, which overtook the big hair bands of the 80s. Kurt Cobain was the frontman. They had Dave Grohl on the drummers, Pat Smear on guitar as well. Unfortunately, Kurt Cobain would take his own life and leave the other Foo Fighter members searching for other musical opportunities. Dave Grohl, who played the drums, was actually recording music while still with Nirvana. He actually created a 5-song album entitled Pocket Watch, which had a small release, not a whole lot of press about the music, or about the album. And then after Cobain's death, Grohl would go back into the studio and create the first album. That would be the Foo Fighters' very first album. And Grohl actually played every instrument on that album. He did have help from Greg Dooley of the Afghan Wigs on guitar as well. So after this small release, a number of record labels became very interested in Dave Grohl and the opportunity to sign him to their label. He actually ended up signing with Capitol Records. And from then on, he would have to form some sort of band so they could go on tour. He did so with the help of Nate Mandel on bass and William Goldsmith on drums, both of which were from Sunny Day Real Estate. And then he got some help from Pat Smear, who he played with on Nirvana. So throughout the course of the Foo Fighters' career, the cast members would change occasionally, but the direction of the band would remain the same. Foo Fighters would make great albums and many great songs, some of which are My Hero, Everlong, The Pretender, Monkey Wrench, just to name a few. Grohl would actually go on to play drums for another band called Queens of the Stone Age, and eventually form a supergroup with John Holmes of Queens of the Stone Age and John Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin. So in doing so, and being a musician and loving to play music like these guys do, they tend to experiment a lot, and not everything they make is a hit. Dave Grohl said once, "I don't want to be perfect, I just want to be a badass." So the band would go on, play many award shows, even the Super Bowl, played the MTV Movie Awards once. They've supported many great causes and charities. And according to Rolling Stone back in 2015, they actually made a 5-song album to tribute the fallen victims of the Paris attacks, and also as a appreciation to their adoring fans. They've also supported many political campaigns, and they supported John Kerry when he actually ran for president. I see no immediate end for the Foo Fighters. They may take breaks and time off, but the fact remains the same. They'll continue to make great music. As you can see, they've had a great career so far. They're humanitarians. They're musical revolutionaries. Even though I've never personally seen them in concert, the next time they tour, I'm definitely going to be there to see them. So I hope you learned a little bit about this versatile band, and take a quote from the song The Pretender. What if I say I'm not like the others? Well, Foo Fighters, you're definitely not like the others.
All right.